Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our Crypto for DEGENS live stream. Hope you all doing very well. We'll start off with Bitcoin. There's lots to talk about with Luna Classic, Ethereum. Some altcoins are looking good. Then any questions you have, I'll share with you a couple of altcoins that I am bullish on myself. And then if you have any questions, I'm happy to stay back and answer your questions as well. Hi, Pound Boots, Javi. How's it going, guys? We'll give a couple of minutes for people to join, and then as usual we'll get started. Thurston, how's it going, mate? Hope you're doing well. Let's see who we get today. Last couple of live streams have been really fun, so hopefully we have a few people join us today. Have you guys got any questions now? The Thurston, Pound, have you guys got any questions? It's been a bit crazy. It's just been so annoying with Bitcoin. It's just not doing anything, is it? I will share with you some hopium. This chart pattern potentially looks like something we saw here. Yeah, I'm good, Pound. Thanks for asking, mate. Because it gives me this vibes in 2019. Because everyone was expecting Luna Classic. Everyone was expecting Bitcoin to dump further, and it just didn't go down. I feel the same thing now. I think everyone expects Bitcoin to go down, and it's just holding quite nicely. So yeah, could it chop and start moving up? Mr. Sandeep, how's it going? Inch, few people joining. So could we have something like this again? Because it's just chopped for, if we look from here, it chopped for around 130 days. Let's say 3 months. And here everyone's again expecting this to like break down, break 20k. But it's just chopping sideways. I don't know where you want to measure it from. I'll probably measure it from here. So could it start putting a low in and break out? That would be amazing, wouldn't it? Bitcoin 2020, how's it going? Oh, let me post it in the group that I'm live, and then we'll get started. Are you trading any coins? Hop protocol. Yeah, it's good. I mean, I don't know if Mithinda, do you guys remember Mithinda from last week live stream? We've smashed a trade this week on Lit. That's been our main trade this week. And all congrats go to him. We've been smashing this one. Let me just bring that up. Yeah, we've been shorting this one together. It's Mithinda got it in. We got it in. You can see short setup, short below 878 we shorted. That's around there. And then look at that dump. And this is on leverage we took it on. So you can imagine the profits. Oh, no trades. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, the market is quiet. This is not a bad time. I still do these because, again, I'm trading myself. I don't trade like crazy 16, 20-hour days during the bull market or previously like I used to. I'm a lot more chilled than previous. Again, trading is my job. I love trading. So I probably still trade 2-3 days a week full time, like sit at a desk and just keep looking at my charts. I'd probably say, yeah, 2-3 days a week I still do it. Yeah, we'll see if Orel joins. Which exchange is it on? Mr. Sandeep? I'll have a look at Hop. Hopefully Aurel joins. This was our lit trade. You can see the entry. I mean, I entered even earlier, and I'm still holding some of this short. And yeah, thanks Aurel. He was on our live stream last week. Okay, so any questions? It's Hop's on Mexi. Okay, yeah, we'll have a look together then, Mr. Sandeep. We'll have a look at Hop. I've not heard about it, but if it's on Mexi, is it on Mexi sometimes? It is on here. Let's have a look now for you, mate. Yeah, the chart doesn't look great. Just we'll do a detailed analysis on it. At the moment, this looks like it failed a breakout there. So below there, I'm bearish. I might even pull it down to this top. So I want it above there. For now, there's big support here. So if it comes down to here, we could buy it. Will Bitcoin go up or down? I'll share with you that in a second. I think there's a big chance that Bitcoin goes up. There's a big chance it goes up here, and we'll start off with Bitcoin. We'll look at everything else after. And what I do is, I don't know, Federico, if you've joined our live streams before, we try to update you guys with a plan every week of where I see the market going. Last week or last 2 weeks, it's not really done much. Since the 18th, I said the same thing, just expecting chop the way the market is looking. I'm up only high crypto life. There is a chance that it chops again, but I think in the next 2 weeks we should see a breakout. It can't just keep on chopping, so I'd expect Bitcoin to get a breakout in the next 2 weeks. I'll update this today, but let me share with you my plan. Then we'll start off with Bitcoin, and then we'll look at Luna Classic, XRP, Doge, PYR, Lit, and any other questions, Hop, and all the questions. Litecoin, yeah, all of that. Yeah, we'll look at Litecoin as well. Yeah, by the way, if you guys enjoy this content, do hit that like button. I live stream once a week. I did make a video today, first video I've made in months. With the market being quiet, I've not really been making that much content, but this week I did release a video on Luna Classic. You can go watch that. But yeah, do hit that like button, subscribe, and all that good stuff. It really helps us out. And yeah, I do this live stream every Sunday, so make sure you subscribe to the channel. My goal is not to make you millionaires, billionaires, or whatever. In the bull market, yes, you don't need me. As long as you have your capital, some trading strategies, you can make money. My job is to keep you guys on the right side of the market with these updates that I do. Hopefully, I mean, I got this one wrong. Hopefully I can carry on sharing with you updates, and I'll share with you my Bitcoin prediction now. Before I get started, can you guys hear me well? Just a thumbs up that you can hear me well before I start talking for an hour. Just a thumbs up that is good, and we shall get started. Cool. So we'll start off on the very high time frame. Thank you very much for letting me know, guys. So this, I mean, feel like I'm repeating myself because Bitcoin hasn't really moved. It's literally where it was, unfortunately. Well, since I've not posted 2 updates, I've been live streaming, but I've not posted updates because it's just around here. It's just not moving. It just keeps going sideways. It doesn't do anything. And this is why I said there is a small chance that this is giving me this type of vibe. You know, back down here, everyone was bearish the markets. Everyone was bearish. Everyone was thinking that market's going to go down, it's going to dump. And we put in a lower high and we pumped like crazy. I think there is a small chance we do something like that. I'd give that 25% chance. BTC Maxi Troll. And who cares if XRP is scam or not? I'm going to buy XRP. I took an XRP trade last week? I took an XRP trade on the pullback with the news on XRP is looking likely that they're going to win the case. So, I mean, I support every coin. And I think that's not a good mindset to have. I mean, in crypto, if you win, I win. I'm a Bitcoin maximalist. I love Bitcoin more than anything. It's probably my favorite coin. If someone asks me what crypto to buy, I'll say, buy some Bitcoin. But yeah, I don't think hating other projects is a good thing to do. So there is a chance we're putting a lower high here, guys. I don't really have a clean trade setup. I said like this low should hold, that low should hold for a spot buy. I bought Ethereum myself for this low, so there is a good chance that this low holds and we push up. So I don't personally have a plan to say, look, I'm buying, just blindly buying, trading, because it's just not doing anything. If you've tried trading this market, it moves up, stops you out, dumps, pumps, dumps, pumps, dumps. You just be getting chopped up. There's altcoins that are pumping, and I've shared with you a couple of altcoins. But Bitcoin is very, very choppy. So for me, I would wait for a clean breakout. And until we see that, guys, I think I'm just going to have to wait. I have got a key line at 19.85. So for short time frame day traders, if we can get back above this level, so I'm going to draw a line here. I'm going to look for a trade on the bullish side. So if we come in here, put it a lower high, break out, I'm going to look to take a trade here with stop loss below there. So for me, that is a trade setup, but that's just a trade. The way the market is looking, I don't have a clear trade setup like, yeah, buy Bitcoin. You've seen me previously, yeah, I'm buying this, stop loss there. And there's a couple of coins I'm going to share with you. One trade I shared last week is PYR. That worked out brilliantly. Where's PYR? Was it this chart or which chart was it? I think it was this chart, wasn't it? There we go. It was PYR. What a trade, stop loss there. First target, even hit second target. I'll share with you more trades, but for me, investing is like politics and religion. What do you mean by that, Andy? I'm not sure what you mean by that. So yeah, there is a key level. If we can trend change above there, maybe we can look for some longs. But where the market is, it's just choppy. It's just short time frame trading on the 5-minute time frame with the stock market open. Above there is bullish bias. We can look for a pullback long above there, target it into here, but that's just small time frame scalps. On that BTC trade, so on that BTC trade, I'll share with you the stop loss if it comes. This low should hold. So the trade setup that I shared with you, I want it above 20.2060. That's the high that I want to break. If it can get back above there, I think there's going to be so at the moment you'd have your stop loss there if it breaks out like this, pullback. But I think you'll get another structure here to have a tighter stop loss. So that's how I would trade it. But at the moment, I don't have a clean setup on Bitcoin. And I will say this, I'm going to update this again. So on the 18th, I said this, and I'm going to finally update this. Past few weeks, I haven't updated this plan because, well, the market hasn't done much. I will update it this week. So 09, 10, 22. BTC still chopping around 17.23k. So unless the stock market dumps, BTC could put in a lower high for a move into high 20Ks. I would expect this to break out in the next couple of weeks. I don't think it can keep chopping around. So unless there's some crazy market situation on the other stuff, I would expect this Bitcoin chop that we've been in since since here, I'd say since June. I'd expect to see a breakout of this. So where I draw my lines is sort of here, this box and that box. I think we're going to see a breakout of this in the next couple of weeks. And if you're new to trading, you could just wait for this breakout. Yeah, exactly, Thurston. So unfortunately, that's my thoughts on Bitcoin. Again, I'd like bigger moves, better setups, but that's all it's given me at the moment. Other markets, so again, Bitcoin is highly correlated to the stock market. Dixie has had a dip this week, so you can see Dixie had a dip. I wanted it to be below this, it just didn't. It just pushed up higher again. So next week, I'd want Dixie to get below this level. To have any bullishness in Bitcoin, I'd need Dixie below here. So, Thurston, I shared with you a long setup. I'd want Dixie to be below here to look for that long. So for me to buy Bitcoin for that long setup, I would need the dollar weakness. I'd want dollar below here. I personally use the stock market more as I think it correlates more. It's cleaner to see. But for me, I'd like Dixie to be below here. And if you say the same thing about the stock market, I said last week that if we break below here, that will be really bearish. I can't remember who it was last week. We had a really good, more of an experienced guy, and I said, look, if it gets back below here, we want to see a bounce, and then we dip. We saw a nice bounce, and then we've just broken down, and this is really bad to see. It is support now, so we could chop around here, but as long as we're below here, and I posted it last week if you watched the last live stream, and this is what I say. I try to keep you guys on the right side of the market. If we hold below here, guys, I think Bitcoin goes lower. So for me to buy Bitcoin next week or be bullish, altcoins, there are altcoins that just pumps, like Lunar Classic could just do its own thing. We've seen PYR, I shared that PYR trade. INJ is another coin. Nebula, so I don't know if David's watching. There's a guy called David in our group. We've been trading Nebula. That's been moving up. So if you look, we've been sharing this one. We bought this pullback at 50%, 618. Stop loss below. It's had a rally up. Nice little move. So there are altcoins that are pumping, and I'll share with you some of them on the live stream. But Bitcoin on high time frame, it's very choppy. I'd expect stocks to have a little bit of a rally. I'm not sure if it's going to do this, but I would want stock market. I'm going to write this down here. So I'd want SPX. Where's the last daily close? Let me look at the daily close. The daily close is here. SPX above 3. Let's get the exact price of the close. 3791 for swing longs in Bitcoin. If not, just scalps for now. So does that make sense, guys? So that's sort of my high time frame plan. Short time frame, if we can get back above those levels, yes, we'll look for a trade. If not, it just very choppiness. There are quite news heavy next week. So there's a CPI next week. Let me just get the calendar up. I can share with you exactly when that news is. So next week we've got Bank of the Pound speaking, so that's going to have an effect on pound. But this is the big news for me. PPI and FOMC minutes. There's some big news next week, and I'd expect the markets to move. So Monday could be volatile, but then I think it's going to start being slow. There's some big news. PPI, FOMC, and then CPI on Thursday. So until then, I'm expecting chop. I don't expect stock market to break out of these two levels until then. Unless there's some big news come out, I would expect the stock market to sort of chop in between these two levels. After that, yes, we can see if it breaks out, breaks down. We can look at all that. High time frame, I don't think a bottom is in, and this doesn't look good. If it was bullish, if you see last times when we came into lows, we just rallied up. Can you see we broke lows and we bounced up, broke lows, we bounced up. This is something stock market does a lot. Break lows, pumps, break lows pumps. This is looking like it wants to hold below there, and that is quite bearish in my opinion. And if we see this, I think we're going to come back into, this was the COVID dump. I think it could potentially come into that COVID dump level. So I'll look for a long when it comes into here, or these are the two levels. Again, people a lot smarter than me. I'm not an economist. People, big traders, investors, a lot smarter than me, they are targeting these two levels for Bitcoin potentially bottoming. So keep an eye out for those. But for now, as if we get back below this level, I'm going to look to short SPX, and you know, it will drag Bitcoin and all the markets down. And I know it's crypto for DEGENS, and I always do this Sunday for DEGENS live stream. But if you look at the market, nothing's moving. QNT's had a 6% move. Apart from that, all the coins I have on this list, they've not moved at all. These are like big coins that you think about, you know, Matic, LUNC, Sol, Atom. These are popular, the most biggest popular altcoins, Dogecoin, XRP. None of these coins are moving. So, you know, don't bet your house on it. This is the time to, you know, learn about different projects, educate yourself on trading. So when we do get that crazy move up, that's when you can get some money. Don't lose your money trying to leverage trade this chop. This is where you make the big money. Even for big traders that say, oh, join my group, you can make money. You can make money. I'll share with you a few trades, and even I've shared live trades. Go watch this. I live traded Bitcoin during the live stream. You can make money on, you know, scalping and little money. You can grow like, I don't know, 10-20%, but the life-changing money is made in these moves. So I always say to my traders, protect your capital, learn to trade, and make sure you've got enough capital to capitalize on these kind of moves. So I'll round up my update on Bitcoin there. If you have any questions on Bitcoin and the overall market, let me know. If not, I'll start looking at other coins. Any questions on Bitcoin? QNT. Let me have a look at QNT. I've not looked at QNT lately. Obviously, I'll update on Lunar Classic in a lot more detail because it's Lunar Classic. That's looking nice on Lunar Classic. That move up. You're short Bitcoin, so can SPX dump? Maybe, mate. We'll have to see. So look for a market you think there's going to be a big moves. I said the same thing in 2018. I've been doing this channel since 2017. I said the same thing. We'll have a look at NQNT, mate. Yeah, we'll have a look at NQNT. I want to do any Lunar Classic fans here from my Twitter. Got a big Twitter following for Lunar Classic. No Lunar Classics here. That's crazy. Usually there's a Lunar Classic sort of taking over my Twitter. Okay, we'll talk about Lunar Classic then, right? Hey, there's one at least. Yeah, we'll make money. You can trade it. So let's talk about Lunar Classic high time frame. I'll talk about it in fundamentally. So there's a big news happening on Monday and Tuesday for Lunar Classic, and I think that's going to determine where it goes. There's other news happening with Lunar Classic, which is I've posted it, the repeg, and that is something I'm really excited about. Potential repeg of USDC or a new algorithmic stable coin. I think that's going to be huge. I've tweeted about it. Go read it. You have some Classic. I think that's going to be the next big pump if it does happen. But this move has mainly been down to, let me go back to this chart. This move has been down to the tax code, and I got into this a lot more detail in my YouTube video. Go watch that after this live stream. But they basically announced that they're going to introduce this Vegas. There's a guy called Vegas. He said that they're going to he suggested that proposal for Lunar Classic burn, and since that happened, I mean, we saw some people say that it's not going to work, but there are people that said no, we believe in it, we can make it pump. And they, even with that news, and it had a big move up. And if you think about trading is all demand and supply. I'm repeating myself. When demand goes up, price goes up. If the supply goes down, the price goes up. If the supply is increasing, demand's going down, that's when you get big moves down. And the opposite, the biggest pumps happen when the demand is up. So let me talk about this. So demand is up, supply is down. That's when the price pumps the most, right? That's when we get the big price. And again, if you go watch that video, I explained this why I was bullish Lunar Classic. This is when it talked about that news. So supply actually hadn't dropped, but the demand was going up, and that's when we got a big move up. And this move up, they've actually implemented, and Binance is burning, which is called an even bigger pump. The demand's going up, supply is going down, and we saw a parabolic move up. But there's other things in play. So buy the rumor, sell the news. Yeah, I'll talk about that in a bit more detail. Let me explain to you long time frame what I'm seeing, and then yeah, I'll talk about where my stop loss would be for this. So this was my trade. I posted it. There's lots more trade here. If you go look at this chart or follow me on Twitter, I've shared lots of trades on this. So this is when it happened, and then there was a lot of buy the rumor, sell the news event. So lots of people that got in. I myself, I was taking profits here. I don't hold any LUNC from down here, but I'm holding LUNC from here, and I'm expecting higher prices. It had a big move up, and once it got back above, it was just crazy. And I've literally been extending this line since every live stream. If you guys have been here, well done. You guys already know how this has been working. As long as I kept saying, as long as this is up, I'm bullish. As long as this is up, I'm bullish. And it just kept moving up, kept moving up. Once we broke below this, we had a sell-off. I shared a trade setup here when I said if we can trend change back above this, I'll look to buy, stop loss below. And we dumped. Again, I actually scalped long, short, both here. And then once we got back above here, I took a long trade. I got stopped out there, and then I shared the other trade, and this setup worked really, really well. So once we got back above here, I said, look, long pullback, stop loss below this red candle, and first target there, which it reached. Second target there, it reached first target. Now it's back to this support level. This is probably the most important support level for Lunar Classic. As long as we hold above here, I am leaning bullish. I expect prices to go up. If we break below this, I unfortunately think we could be getting a sell-off. What could be the news event? So I wrote this last week, so let me put last week's date on. So 01/10/22. So I will update this because I have another plan on this, and I'll tweet about this as well. So what I'm expecting Binance to do. So Binance is going to burn again on Monday. So Binance burning LUNC Monday. We don't know exactly how much they're going to burn on Monday. There is talks that there will be, last week, sorry, they burnt 5 billion LUNC, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Let me get that tweet up, by the way. I want to share with you exact updates. So I'm sharing with you fundamentals, then I'll share with you my trade setup. So let me just find, I did tweet it. It might take me a bit of time to find it. Hi, Veronica, how's it going? Check my other screen where that tweet is. Let me just give me, if I can't, there we go. So this was last Monday. You can see how much they burnt. So they burnt just over 5 billion Lunar Classic. So this burn, I think it might be less than 5 billion, because Lunar Classic, you love Lunar Classic, you love Luna or Lunar Classic? I remember we talked about Lunar Classic last time. You've been following us for a while, Veronica. Luna made us lots of money. So Binance burn Monday. If Binance burn less than, this is just short time frame, right? 5 billion. Expect dip for me. around 5 billion, I expect to move up, because that is still very bullish. Imagine burning 1.8, or how much is it? 1.8 million worth of LUNC. That's, I mean, a big amount. Binance is doing God's work. If around 5 billion, expect sideways to up. I'll just say sideways because it's a bit, it depends on the market as well. And I'd put Bitcoin dependent. I'll put Bitcoin BTC dependent. And if it's like 10 billion, I don't think it will, because I think the hype is a bit less. It's above 10 billion. Really bullish. Just buy some. You know my famous fave, just buy some. As long as hold above 0.0029. There we go. So that is my thoughts on Luna Classic now. There we go. So that's my update for Luna Classic. It's going to be really big. I'll try and make a video. Yeah, Luna Classic. I used to love the real Luna, but not anymore. Yeah, Luna made us a big losses. I can see why a lot of people have left Luna Classic. So the Luna community, but Luna Classic still has a big community, and yeah, I think it can get another. Oh, it's pumped. It's like, look at how much it's pumped. It's 5x, more than 5x. So people that are still complaining, it's make money. Stop complaining, and that annoys me a bit. People just complain too much. But anyways, so that's my thoughts on the fundamentals. So how do you trade it? So next week, if Binance burns above 5 billion or around 5 billion, and the Luna Classic LUNC is above this red zone, I'm going to look to be buying it. I think that would be a really nice buy. My stop loss, so you asked about stop loss. When I shared that trade, who asked about stop loss? Thurston. I said when I got Luna Classic here, I said I bought here. I said I bought here. I bought this candle as well, and then we had a big rally. First target, and this is an RSI divergence setup. Second target, and I'm still holding some of this trade as long as we don't stop me below here. Yeah, you gotta take action. Stop complaining. If you want to be a trader or make money, you gotta hustle. Anyways, so Luna Classic, my stop is below here. As long as we hold above here, I'm bullish. So if you're buying Luna just now, you could buy some now. Your stop will have to be there, but that can't be a leverage trade. If you put a stop there, that cannot be a leverage trade. So that's if you want to just buy some spot, that's something you can do. If you expect Binance to burn more Luna Classic, there's more news, and I'll talk about fundamentally what's happening and what could drive the price up for Luna Classic. And I would not bet against. Will Binance? Yeah, that's amazing. Make sure you take some profits. Again, if you've got in Luna Classic below here, I think sell half maybe and hold as long as we're above there. It's really important to have a risk definition. So by the way, guys, we've got about 20 people watching. Do hit that like button. Yeah, I don't know the way. I'll still probably do it, but yeah, there's 20 people watching. We used to get like over 100 people watch during the bull market, but I do appreciate you guys that are watching. You guys are like the true fans, and hopefully during a bull market, you guys can absolutely smash it. But yes, what I was going to say was, if you bought Luna Classic around here, that is bad position to be in. You need to have an invalidation. When I was talking about buying Luna Classic there, I said below here I would not hold. Same thing there. If you're buying here and a spike is fine, if the market does this, you're going to lose money. If it does that, you'll have to buy back here. You'll get stopped out. And that's just the market. That's what it does. Again, I lost a lot of money here because I didn't get to buy here. I wasn't expecting this move up. And you can check the time as well when they announced it. I was asleep and it just rocketed up. That's the business of markets. But for me, you need some invalidation, and I'd say high time frame, so weekly closes. As long as we're above there, I am bullish Luna Classic. So the trade set up for me next week, Binance burn 5 billion or above there, I'd look to buy with stop loss below. Let's see if we can get that move. So that's one setup for Luna Classic. If we get back below, I would wait for it to get back above or look to buy the dip. Long term, the next big move that they're talking about is that repeg of UST. There's a guy called Alex and there's a guy called Tobias. They're sharing proposals on how to get that repeg done. Whoever gets it right, or whatever goes ahead, I think is going to be key for the next leg up. So fingers crossed. Again, I support Lunar Classic. Hopefully they get it right. If they can get that Lunar Classic, especially this repeg going, I'd expect another big move up, and I think I'd expect the price to go up to, well, my next target, which was around almost 0.5 cent. So fingers crossed that we can go there. Hi Alan, how's it going? Thank you, mate. Appreciate that, Alan. So any questions on Lunar Classic? Any questions on Lunar Classic before we move on? Okay, so we'll move on to other coins now then, guys. Have you guys got any requests, any coin requests that you have? Okay, yeah, you've got a question, Smell Milton. Go ahead. Krakow. I've not been to Poland. I just came back from Prague. My girlfriend's from, or she's originally from Czech. So yeah, I just went to Prague, and I love the Eastern European people. Yeah, I'd love to go to Poland, mate, and yeah, I'll hit you up if I ever do. So what is it? Is it a spot? What trade is it? SM Milton. Is it a scalp? Is it a big trade? What is your target? Yeah, we'll have a look at Zen. Not sure how you have less views than Moon Carl. Moon Carl is but their marketing, I'm not really a social guy, and maybe I'll show my face in the future. I'm not really comfortable. But if you look at the Moon Carl, I mean, he is a marketing genius, isn't he? And every day he just, whether it goes up or down, he calls it right. Has he got other people doing his videos now? I mean, he's just an absolute joke, but I suppose he's entertaining, and I can't really say anything bad. He's got hundreds of followers, but if you look at his videos, like one day scared is going up. I mean, he's doing other stuff now. Major buy signal. Emergency. It's just, yeah, I think it's more social media. Oh, you're Italian. I am going on a Mediterranean cruise in 2 days. 2 days in 2 weeks. I'm going from Barcelona, going to like Sardinia, Cagliari, Rome, obviously. I think it stops over at Civitava. Apologies, I'm pronouncing the place's name wrong. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. It's a cruise off Spain, Mediterranean, Italy, France, south of France. And yeah, really looking forward to it. So yeah, buying. So yeah, you need to tell me, Milson, what's your target? What's your position? If you are trading as a scalp, you would not want to getting below here if you're buying it now. For me, if I am trading a position where it's a spot position, you're expecting it to pump into these highs, I would have your stop loss below here. Thank Thurston. That's where I'd have my stop loss. So there was a question on tax, was it? That's a really, I mean, I think you're a proper Lunar Classic guy if you know that. So the burn tax, yes it is, that is a concern, and I plan to do an AMA, and I'll ask that question. If the burn tax is is burn tax bad for the Lunar Classic system? It is, because developers don't want to spend their own money. So at the moment with the burn tax, whenever you send money, you lose 1.2% gets burnt. So a lot of developers are not using the ecosystem, and the volume of the ecosystem is down. So I think this was a way to start the ecosystem, but long term I think they need to do other stuff. So they'll need to create, let's get rid of this guy. So this repeg is going to be huge. If they can get an algorithmic stablecoin going in their ecosystem, and they can get DeFi going, they can start having people staking, doing like DeFi stuff, APYs, get newbies joining, get like TVL locked in their ecosystem, have like exchanges where people can exchange Luna Classic, just build an ecosystem really. If they can do that, NFTs and stuff, they have already got a big customer base. If they can get that going, yes, then they'll pump a lot more in the future. But yeah, even Vega's the main guy for one of the main guys for Luna Classic. That's just, I believe, it's like a one way to get the Luna Classic ecosystem starting, and in the future they want to do a lot of other different stuff. So burn tax is to revive the ecosystem, which is done more than ever. I mean, you can see everyone's talking about it. CZ, yeah, then that will be my stop loss. And your first targets should be, so it'd be something like this. Is it a one-to-one trade? It's not really a one-to-one trade. That will be my first target anyway, and then that will be my second target. It's the same targets that I shared previously, and then you can just let it run. And for me to buy, I would buy above that red zone, and my trade strategy is a pullback long. So I would like to see an hourly, 4-hourly close above here, pullback. I'd buy that pullback to 50% 618, and then we can pump it. Something like that would be my long. Stop loss below there, pump Luna Classic. Same thing I said this here. If you look at it, this one that I shared, you can go watch the previous live stream, pullback to 50% 618, stop loss there, boom. And if you guys watch my other stuff, last week we shared one trade PYR. Not on here, on this chart. PYR, if it PYR backs out, guys, you got to buy it. Is it on discount? I can't remember which chart I looked at. Yeah, so I said above there I'm looking to buy, but there is a chart where I posted that setup didn't work. So I share with you my winners. I shout from the rooftop. That didn't work. So I bought that pullback. It didn't hit my target. It stopped me out. But this trade from last week worked amazingly. And I'm still holding some of this. Big move up, guys. First target. Second target. I'm still holding 25% with stop loss below. By the way, guys, we've got about 30 people watching now. Do hit that like button. Let's see if we can get to 30 likes at least. Any other questions? Zen, someone asked for Zen. Let me have a look at Zen. XRP, yeah, I'll have a look at XRP next. The chart, I don't like this chart. I'm bearish this chart. So I'll 2-minute technical analysis or a 2-minute educational. Yeah, we'll have a look at EGLD as well. We'll have a look at all your coins, guys. That's a long question. Yeah, I'll answer that, mate. My friend has got a bet on Man United to win today. Let me see what the score is. Man United are playing. It's 1-1. That's good to see. If Man United wins, he put a £100 bet on. He's going to win 1,800 if Man United win. Well, he had a accumulator. I don't know if anyone's watching from the UK. So he picked like lots of teams to win, and all of his teams worked. So fingers crossed, Man United win for him. We're going to go out for a drink. Right, so one of the simple technical analysis, one of the first things I teach, because lots of my traders are like crypto investors, like DeFi guys, I teach them about something called floor. And when something breaks floor, we do not hold. So Zensor has broken floor. As long as it's below its floor, we don't want to buy it. Short time frame, yes, it will pump. We saw like big moves up. But can you see once it broke floor, it's down how much? And there's hundreds of examples like this. XLM is one, and I call this one live, and I've given these examples a few times. XLM BTC broke floor here in 2018, and I said to them, as long as it's below there, we don't want to buy it. It's still down 85%. So a simple, very simple technical analysis you can use is breaking floor. So using that, I don't like Zen, and as long as it's below that, I don't want to buy it. So that's Zen. I said I'm going to do XRP. So XRP, I said I'm bullish bias above there. Where's it gone? So I said above here, buy it. Oops. And this was from, again, go back, whichever live stream it was. Above here, I target here, and it's broken above here. Ronaldo scored. Who's... Let me have a look. Oh, Martial is injured. Ronaldo scored. Wow. My mate must be really happy. I'll text him. That's crazy. All right. Right. Okay. So XRP, this was my setup. It broke up. It's trending, changing now. One of the trade setup I shared was here. Buy pullback with stop below, and that was a really nice move. I would not buy 50 cent though, because this is resistance. I'd want to see a breakout of 50 cent. And now, I mean, I would even look for short setups. If we break below here, I would potentially short XRP. This is just a scalp. Above there, I'll buy, because this is resistance. I don't want to buy resistance. Same as here. I was shorting this, by the way. I made money on this trade. Where's it gone? I posted this trade in the trading group. So I shorted this pullback. And then this spike, I made money. And then second half, I got stopped out. So same plan. Here, if we start breaking down, I'm going to look to short it. Break above, I've got, the level I've got is 58 cent, I think. Yeah. Above 58 cent, I'm happy to look for longs. But below there, I think it's at resistance. I don't want to buy it here. That's XRP. So do you expect LUNC will pump even $1? I lost completely in future Luna. Oh my god, I lost my complete earnings and all my coins saved. Yeah, I mean, that is not that much, is it? Just 100k LUNC. It is really sad. Again, what was your plan? Were you trading it? Were you holding it long term? What price you got in? Those are some things to ask. I would never say, yeah, it will go to $1 or anything like that. I'm more of a trader. I become a hodler when I get a good trade position. So if you type in, I mean, I've talked about this a few times and I'm probably trying to get some glory. I talked about Luna. I got in Luna at $5. And this is my trading group. I posted, where is it gone? You can check the date where I bought Luna. Same, you know, people say, how long have I been using this strategy? I'd say strictly using this since 2018, the same stuff. And the reason why, if you see like Moon Cow, they changed their strategy. The reason why I haven't changed is I've been using the same thing. I got Luna here. You can check the date, July 2020. My stop was below here. And this was literally the low for Luna and it pumped up. And once I get a nice trade like that, I'm happy to hold. So Luna Classic, I've got in here. So I'm happy to hold that. If you have got in here, you need to have a plan of when you get in, when you get out. So again, I'm not trying to make you feel bad by not having a trade plan. Make sure you learn some markets, demand, supply, support, resistance, trends. And you don't have to join my course, but just Google this stuff. You can learn it. And then if you want to speak to me after, I'm happy to speak to you. But those are a few things I think you should learn. For me, Luna Classic, it will really have to start burning. And what I think Coinbase will have to help. So Coinbase will have to support the burn. This repeg will have to happen. So I asked people if they wanted to ask me any questions. What have they asked? I'll try to answer them after Zarada's approach. So I've tweeted about that already. Zarada's approach. It's really important that these stuff happens if they can, you know, get the stable coin going, because stable coin was the main reason why Luna pumped. Whatever people say, it was a marketing ploy. Every man and his dog wanted their money on Anchor Protocol, earning 20% risk free. So if they can get that ecosystem built up and safer, obviously if they do same thing, you know, basically 20% on your money, that's not going to work. Long term is going to dump again. But you know, there are smart people like Zarada, Alex, they're having plans where they could potentially create something where it has long-term value. And if they can do that, guys, I think Luna C can pump up. They will have to burn huge amount. What's the Luna Classic supply at the moment? Let me have a look. For it to go to $1, I think it would have to burn millions, billions of, let me just check the market cap for it at the moment. I mean, 6,000 billion. I mean, that is absolutely ridiculous. If we look at like top 10 market caps of coins, their market cap is, let's say, 10 billion, right? So if a coin has like 10 billion market cap, for Luna Classic to have, oh, my cat's being annoying. 2 seconds. Yeah, so Luna Classic, if it gets to a $1, it will have to come down to like 10 billion. So it will have to burn like 6,100 LUNC. If they can do that, yes, we can go to a $1, but there's lots of stuff that needs to happen for it to get there, and I would not just say, yeah, hold it and try to move it up. So that's my thoughts on it long term. I'm bullish on it. I love what the developers and projects are doing. Luna Classic has not got nothing to, well, it is still, I suppose, slightly connected to Luna Foundation Guard and to Quan, as it, the connected by how it came about, but at the moment they're not in charge, so there is a good chance that we get it works out. And for me, trading wise, I want it above here, stop loss there, we'll try to trade it. That's my thoughts on it. I don't know if I answered your question, but if you're wanting me to tell you that it's going to go to a $1, I won't. QNT, yeah, let's have a look. I've not really seen QNT. What's the hype about QNT? QNT is breaking out. Yeah, I'll have a look at PYR as well, mate. Don't worry. I'll be live for another 10 minutes, guys. If you have questions, just comment below. So I said bullish above there. I haven't really looked at this one recently. Do you know what? I might have an alert on this. If I see a pullback, I might buy this myself. What's the hype? So Mike Inch, what's the hype with the QNT? I'm going to set an alert at 50% fib. Pulse chain, is that PLS? Is that pulse chain? So high time frame, this is trying to break out above there. Same stuff that I say bullish above. I'll say the same thing here, bullish above here. For now, I'm bearish. If it gets back above like it did, I'm happy to buy pullbacks. For a short time frame trade, if it comes into here, I'm happy to buy some. I don't know. Let me Google it, mate. Let me Google QNT. Can do it together. We'll have a look at on what's it saying on Twitter. Let me get the Twitter page up. I haven't bought it, so I've not been shilling it. CBOS, why CBOS? I can't see anything big. Let me message my friend. Oh, okay. So they've jumped on the CBDC hype. So they've implemented. There we go. I found the tweet. That's what CBOS is. Implemented with consideration for security, privacy, and proper interoperability. CBDC will empower governments and their citizens alike. That's why it is pumping. So they're expecting to make a big move during this event in Amsterdam. Global banks, market infrastructure, they're trying to work with CBDC. That is why it's pumping. So I like it. So when I look for trades, so LUNC had that burn, it had that big community. The best trades that I usually get is when there's some hype and move around it. So QNT, if it pulls back here, you get a green candle, look for a long. I'd have stopped below, but if it starts breaking below 786, I wouldn't like it. So I'm happy to look to buy around 140 maybe. Right, a green candle around here, I'm happy to buy. Target there and then see if it breaks out. If not, something like this, I'll buy that. So that's my setup on QNT. Thank you, whoever asked. So Thurston asked about PYR. Let me have a look at PYR. So I've not bought more PYR. Would I buy it now? So you've bought it. What's the price? 417. That is a really good entry, mate. I like that entry. Stop loss at 392. I would have stop loss below here though, just below this level. So I would have stop loss at 70, 80 level. But yeah, this low should hold. I like this one. The way I would trade it is, you can see this support level, this high. I would like to see, I wouldn't buy this. I would like to see another lower high. Then I would love to buy that stop loss below. So that was my last setup last week. 1 hour green candle above here is a buy signal, had a big move up. I shared another trade on PYR. Where is it? On this chart, sorry, Binance. So I would say, yeah, have stop loss below sort of 380, 370. It should not get back below there if it's still bullish. And for me to buy, I wouldn't buy this now. I would wait for a trend change. So you can see these highs. It's rejecting from there. I would like another lower high to show me that bulls are actually buying this, and then something like this, I'll buy it. And PLSD, let me have a look. PLSD. I did talk about this trade, you know. So I shared a live trade on PLSD. So I used to talk a lot about Hex. I've not done much research on Hex lately. So I mean, Hex, I don't want it getting below here. If it gets back below there, I would not want to hold. So this was my trade setup. I said stop loss below, buy it. And this was my sort of first target and stuff. It's a 5R, so 1R is here. So this is logarithmic chart. I mean, that trade has worked out more than enough. If you've not made any money on this, you've got yourself to blame. For me, it's not a bad buy at the moment. I'll share with you this, right? Let me do this for you. Same as PYR. I do like the setup, but this is such a low cap. I'd be careful. 1 hour candle close above buy. Setup with stop below 3. If you get that. That's my setup on it. Same as last time. I like this. I don't know if there's any hype going on. Last time I was involved with the community and there was a big shill. Lots of people were talking about it. Any final coins, guys? I'll hang around for another 5 minutes and then I've got to shoot off. And I live stream every Sunday, so make sure you hit that like button, subscribe and all that good stuff. MNW, I don't know what that is. I can have a look. KuCoin just lists anything now, don't they? KuCoin is like, they don't care anymore. They just list anything. I don't like these spikes, mate. It is a buy. Like if this coin is good, I like this. Can you see this support resistance level? This is a big support resistance level. Lit, I'm short. Nish, if you joined our last live stream, myself and Aurel are shorting Lit. So yeah, I need, you know, I'm gonna do a section on Lit and I'm gonna comment it. We've absolutely smashed Lit. It was one of the best trades, and all thanks go to Aurel. He's not here today, but he's an amazing trader. He shared that trade with me, so if you did anyone make money on it, thank him. I'll try to get him on one of these YouTube live streams. So anyways, I like this one. I would use this again. I would not just buy a breakout of this, pullback, hold, I'll buy it. Stop loss below there. Morpheus Network. Who asked about this? Is there any news on this, Mike? Any big Twitter accounts talking about it? This is a big zone. Breakout above daily 200 MA. Breakout above daily 20. Pull back to 20 MA. Nish, well done. Your entry was 9.3. That's better than mine. My entry is 9.1. Orel's entries, I think, can't remember. Orel's entry was 9.2, I think. Did you join our last live stream, Nish? Are you part of the group, trading group? But yeah, that's my trade setup. If there's any hype or news around it, I'll be happy to buy this myself. I like this. Why, Nish? Send me a message on Twitter or comment below this YouTube post. I'll have a look. Because I like the setup on this. This is another reason why I do live streams. So I can find out about coins like this. It should not get back below this level. This low should hold. Okay, EGLD. I've not done EGLD. Apologies, Wilson. Just ask me again, guys, if I miss anything. EGLD looks a bit like Bitcoin. This is big resistance. I don't want to buy it here. Yeah, you know, some of the coins we looked at, it was above here. If it was above here, I'd be more interested. I'm not the biggest fan of this. So that's EGLD. A couple of other coins I like is INJ. INJ looks good. INJ wants to break out. I don't know if it will. I've been watching this coin. I took a trade on this myself. It was a nice little long on this. And yeah, if this can break out, guys, I think I want to buy this. This is on my list of coins to buy. And I'm sharing with you secrets from the Rocko trading group. So INJ like, and then Atom is one of the coins. I'm long this guy, by the way. I hold some Atom. And look at this chart, guys. Really nice trade. Yeah, if it breaks out above there, guys, I think this pumps. I do this every Sunday, and then I do it when there's FOMC, and I do like live trades, Mike. So if you watch the FOMC, we took a live trade on FOMC, and yeah, it was a really nice trade. Where's it gone? And I'm not saying like all my trades are going to work out, but that was a really nice long, and it hit target. So I do this once a week, unless there's FOMC, then I do twice a week. Thanks for the nice feedback. But yeah, I like this coin. Those are two coins for next week. If they break out, I'm going to look to buy Atom and INJ. Okay, guys, we'll start rounding up now. Then any final questions? If not, we'll just review Bitcoin, and then I'll catch you guys next Sunday. I might do a live stream this week, actually, during FOMC if I can. What time is FOMC this week? Yeah, maybe I'll do it on Wednesday, 7 o'clock. I think I'm a bit busy actually this week. Okay, so let me just finish off with Bitcoin. Bitcoin high time frame is not really doing much, just chopping since June. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we get a breakout. I expect more chop, unfortunately, for the next couple of weeks. But usually this type of consolidation do break out, and breakout, I don't know whether it's up or down, but the breakout is violent usually when it does break out. So I would look for a move above this yellow zone. Again, it's just chopped around a few times. If it can get back above this yellow zone, I'm happy to look to buy Bitcoin on the short time frame. Long term, I posted my update on what I'm expecting. I didn't post updates the last couple of weeks because we were just chopping. I did post an update. I expect this to break out in the next 2-3 weeks. Let's see if we do break out. There is some hopium that Bitcoin is doing some sort of a bottoming pattern similar to what we saw around 4K. There is a chance it is that case as long as stock market don't break down. This is the previous 20k high. It could potentially bottom. If it does bottom, the long trade I shared with you, hopefully you guys take it and hold above here, break out above 20.3, 20.6k. We could look to start buying Bitcoin. So that's the video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Do hit that like button, subscribe, comment. It really helps the channel out. If you want to join our Rocko trading group, I'll leave the links below. I live stream their posts, and there's other people like Corel. Lit was an amazing trade. Actually, I've not done Lit. Let me review Lit and then I'll finish off the live stream. I'll do this in quick 2 minutes. Why I shorted Lit. That's been one of my favorite trades, by the way. So when I look for a trade, I look for confluence. So I'll just quickly run down these things and you can write them down. I know a lot of people just left. People that are here, just write these down. RSI oversold, daily 200 moving average, 618 rejection, Bitcoin dropping. You don't need any more confluence or looking for a short. Then we broke this big level, pulled back, rejected, dumped again. That's when I started smacking shorts on it. If you find a coin like this, DM me, message me on Twitter. I'll reply to it straight away. And that is a trade I'd take any day. So Nish, well done. Orel, thank you for sharing the setup last live stream. Hopefully we can get more setups like this. So I'll end on that note, guys. Thank you very much. And I'll catch you guys next Sunday. Goodbye.